What's going on to my people out in YouTube land? This is Dame, and I'm back with yet another video. And in this video, I want to speak to you about a realization about life that is really becoming cemented in my mind. It's a concrete law that I believe we all have to abide by, a law that I believe we're not really taught to abide by, and a law that once we master it will alleviate a lot of the stress and the uncertainty that surrounds our lives. See, we have to start thinking in this lifetime about reciprocity and circulation. When it comes to our relationships, no matter what kind of relationship, we have to think in terms of reciprocity. One person gives, another person receives, and vice versa. It can't always be one way, because if it's always one way, the person who is always giving could grow to resent the person that they're always giving to. And even on the flip side, the person who's always receiving can begin to resent the giver because they aren't given the opportunity to go out and make things happen on their own. Think of it in terms of an overbearing parent that won't allow their child to grow up. While you may have the best intentions to give your child everything that they ever wanted, the resentment grows because the child doesn't get to develop their own autonomy. So either way, there's a problem. Much of the things that we encounter in life, much of the situations and circumstances really are a double-edged sword. So we have to look towards balance, not trying to be on the right side of an equation all the time. Think about money in terms of circulation. Many of us, we try and hoard all the money that we can. Enough money to last us the rest of our lives. But life presents us with circumstances and situations that we have to react to from moment to moment. And while it would be a nice thought to say, I don't want to ever have to worry about money again, the fact is, a lot of the problems we encounter, we need money to overcome those problems. There's really no way around that. So I would say look at money in terms of circulation. Circulation similar to how your respiratory system works. Just, if you will, just indulge me. And I'm no scientist, but take a minute to just inhale all the air that you could inhale in this very moment. And I can guarantee, no matter how short your life is or my life is, that you will never be able to inhale enough air to last you for the remainder of your existence on Earth. Eventually, from what I'm told from elementary school, that if you try and hold your breath forever, you would end up passing out, so that the natural processes can resume without your conscious interference. And just like breathing, when it comes to the laws of the universe, the laws that God put in place, the laws of Allah, or whoever you attribute this grand old thing to, a lot of times it's our conscious thought that interferes with the process. We try and hoard and we try and plan for every obstacle. But what ends up happening is that our conscious mind interferes with our progression. I'm going through that right now. I own a semi-truck. It had a breakdown. And my thoughts about the repair process have kept me down for 10 days. Instead of me trusting the process, making the repairs and moving on, I have thought myself into 10 days of downtime. 10 days of worry that shouldn't have happened because I didn't want to let go of the money. Because I was building a certain amount of money that I could sit and log into my bank account and say, hey, I've got that money sitting there. this inert energy, this money, just sitting in my bank account, doing nothing. While I take my asset and run it into the ground, not knowing that the asset is going to have needs as well. And so here I am having the realization that you do have to trust the process. You may think you're smarter, but you'll never be able to outsmart the laws. So that's why it's so similar to an elementary school kid who wants to be defiant and tell his authority figures that he's going to hold his breath, but the authority knows that you can only hold your breath for so long. Just like in the financial world, the authority knows you can only hold on to the money for so long. Eventually, you're going to have to deploy that money into something that's going to sustain you and keep you going. There's no hiding from the laws. So when it comes to a relationship, whether you're the giver or whether you're the receiver, if you lean too heavily on either one of those poles, you're going to end up destroying the connection. You're going to have to allow there to be some form of reciprocity, or else you might as well go ahead and kill your connection. When it comes to money, you can make a lot of money and you can save a lot of money, but eventually you're going to meet a circumstance that's going to make you have to part ways with what you've saved. Maybe not all of it, but at least a portion of it. Hoarding is never a good thing. Staying on one side of the spectrum is never a good thing. We all should be looking to achieve some type of balance, whether that be in life, whether that be in finances, relationships, whatever. I'm learning that with 100% certainty. And I'm hoping that it alleviates a lot of the worry and the stress that I have on my mind.